All right, you white motherfuckers, all eyes on me. This is the I Refuse podcast. Candy and her daughter Riley have a YouTube show together.
I did not know that.
It's cute.
I think
So
I've seen clips, but I didn't know that it was like their their show. Put it like that. I've
I
seen
don't know
them
how
like
long it's been around, but Tammy and one of her daughters, Tammy Roman, went on there recently.
mhm.
Um, Tammy Roman has two daughters by her ex-husband, and we all know how that's played out and stuff because she was on Basketball Wives. So
Yep.
one of Tammy Roman's daughters, who is actually the youngest of the two, is a lesbian, bisexual, um, and they were on the show.
Is she
So,
I got a
so
question for you. Before you go into details, I have a question for you. Um, Never mind. I'll go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna come back to it. Go ahead.
um, so they were on there for about an hour, hour and a half.
hmm
Since being on that show, a lot of the discourse that was happening was in reaction to probably about I saw maybe like a 4 minute clip, and
hmm
then from that 4 minute clip, a 2 minute clip that people were responding to, where they were having a conversation about her daughter graduating. Now,
hmm
mind you, the daughter that she's on the show with is close to 30 years old.
hmm
And they were talking about a time when she was due to graduate from college and she wanted her girlfriend to be there. And Tammy was against it
hmm
for mental health reasons or something. And Tammy went into this whole thing citing, confirmation bias and totally fucking up what it meant. Like that's not an example of confirmation bias.
hmm
Um, and people took from that clip that Tammy was being homophobic. Now, because you've been outside, you and I have been outside around the same time, right?
mm
You know that trend where people go off of an edited clip
hmm
and go into this whole thing. And I'll piggyback off of this later in the episode when I bring up another thing that I saw on social media, TikTok, with the female DoorDash driver going to
mm
you seen that clip and
hmm
claim she was fired off of whatever off of that. So people took that little from that 2 minute clip, 4 minute clip that Tammy was being homophobic. I watched the entire episode before it even got to this point.
hmm
In the context of their conversation, they were having a conversation about this specific relationship that her daughter was having at the time.
hmm
How this person wasn't right for her, how this person was toxic towards her. It just wasn't a good relationship.
If it's the same relationship that I'm thinking about, she's not wrong.
Right. So
She's not wrong.
um there's multiple takeaways to take from the that those two in that conversation. Um Now I'll be the first to agree that Tammy Roman is is a bag of trail mix. Nuts and pecans, okay? Nuts and pecans. two things can be true. Um, the other thing about it is clearly, even at her daughter's big age, I think her daughter still is looking to, I guess, be validated and impress her mother, which I don't get. Now, there was, and I think that's been like that since Tammy was trying to be her manager when her daughter wanted to be a rapper and stuff. And
I remember that.
that played out on the show.
Yeah.
Um, Now, part of me kind of resonates with whatever that kind of dynamic is because for the longest time it was just Tammy and her daughters, even when she was married to Kenny Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of get it, but also it's like you pushing 30, sis. Why are we still
Well,
having this kind of like I would say a codependent relationship? Um,
so
yeah,
so to kind of give a little context, um, Tammy has always spoke, and I'm not going to say as if this has been a topic of conversation. And it's like I'm gonna keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it. That's not what Tammy did. You feel me? It's she on that Nene. I said what I said and keep it moving type shit, right? But when her daughter first came out, she made it known that she did not agree with it, right? Um, I think for me, y'all gotta get out of this idea that everybody has to accept everything because that's not plausible, right? But there's a difference between how the unacceptance is expressed compared to um just accepting it or acting like you accept it. While she expressed that she didn't agree with it, she did not isolate her daughter. She didn't cut her off. She didn't bash her. She did, at least from what I saw. I don't know about anything that happened behind closed doors, but I can't imagine if it was bad or or in a controversial way of like homophobia that her daughter would even be sitting there with her to have this discussion in the first place.
right.
First and foremost. Second, you don't watch baddies, do you?
Can't
I'm sure you probably don't. Okay. So I want to say uh maybe the third season. I believe it was the first season that Krishan was on there. Krishan put a bitch in the sink. Okay.
I think I did
Did
see.
you do you saw the clip of that? Okay. The bitch that she put in the sink is is Tammy's daughter's girlfriend. Now, if you've seen her in action, right, you kind of get the gist of the type of person that she is. Okay. Um, I don't even think that it's necessarily the fact that she was with another woman. While she may not agree with it, I also believe that the problem was who this person was, what they represent, the type of drama they surround themselves around, the level of disrespect that they have. No, you can't bring that shit in my home. I don't give a fuck whether it was her or if it was a nigga. It wouldn't have mattered. Like, regardless of the I disagree with your sexuality. Again, she didn't turn her back on her daughter. She didn't switch the relationship up with her or, bash her, disown her. She didn't talk like down about the situation. She didn't go into details about the shit in any way, shape, or form, at least publicly. Flat out, she didn't agree with it. That was it. I'll take that over I don't agree with it. You're not my daughter anymore. You see what I'm saying? There's a way that even when you don't agree with something, that it can be articulated in a non-offensive way,
Right.
and where both parties involved hear each other and just say, like, listen, you are who you are, but you still my daughter. And vice versa from the daughter of, you're still my mom. I respect what it is that you're saying. So we just not even gonna bring them around. But just be aware that this is the relationship that I'm in. You have to, and there's an agree to disagree discourse, and it's nothing wrong with that. And that's the reason why she can still talk about it and be open about it. One, because they already went through it, but two, I don't believe like their dynamic changed much outside of the fact that I don't like your girlfriend. Don't bring that bitch around. If
And
that's
that's
what
what
you want to do, right? If that's what you
that's what
want
a
to
lot
do,
of people were missing.
yeah. If that's what you want to do, by all means, do it. But what this person represents, the things that I've seen her do, I don't really think that if this is the route that you're going to take, that's the best. That's the best option for you. I don't want that around me. And knowing how Tammy is, because I smack that bitch. Because she grown. She can get smacked. She ain't no kid. She'd probably get put more into something else than a sink. I'm just saying. But, you know, y'all y'all have to get out of this utopian idea of everybody is just supposed to accept everything and like it, instead of understanding, eh, that shit not for me, but I still love you. I still love you. You still my daughter. You still yeah, like I don't have to be disrespectful towards you or disown you or bash you or anybody because I don't agree with something that you do. There's a lot of things that people do outside of being a part of the LGBTQ plus community that you will disown your children for. So stop it. Stop.
Right.
Y'all get mad about somebody being, feeling some type of way, or, stating or standing boundaries about, the type of people that they want to be around. And y'all want to base it solely off of sexuality instead of understanding who the person is. I don't get Tammy to be the type of person that if her daughter was to find somebody that was right for her, treated her good, you know what I mean, her daughter happy, they support her, they no drama or whatever the case may be, I do believe that Tammy would be more open to getting to know that person compared to somebody that's just surrounded by bullshit. That's all.
So there you have it.
All right. You have any more housekeeping?
Well, we can get into
Housekeeping?
I think that's it for the housekeeping items.
Okay.
We can slide right into the Tyler the Creator thing. So when I reached out to you before we came over here,
Mm-hmm.
what it was, so everybody knows that D'Angelo passed away. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
but before I get into Tyler the Creator, I want to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you not
I'm ready today. Let's go.
so
Because I think I'm just gonna get accustomed to you.
me
You
bringing you a
just,
pop quiz into your leg.
yeah, like, oh, you run me like an ass today.
Ah,
I got you.
it's what makes the show like fun. Like we could be talking about something serious, and I'll be like, top 10 Jay Z songs, top 10. You like, oh, you motherfucker. Um, um, but yes, Tyler the Creator, right? When D'Angelo passed away, this is why I we had the conversation before we got here. So what it was is Tyler the Creator posted on social media, remembering D'Angelo, to which some members of his audience didn't know who that was. And when they didn't know who he was referring to, Tyler the Creator started calling them names, including Sun Dodgers. Let me tell you,
Sun Dodgers is diabolical.
fried me up.
Bro.
So I think I'll be using that in 2026.
I'm sorry, that's goddamn funny. Oh my god.
So he went into his frustrated bag, which led a lot of people to be a little confused because you know, for the most part, he's I guess he's never resonated with the average black person,
Mm-mm.
which that's fine. And a lot of people from that section um, were having this whole. It was essentially like a conversation similar to the Khalid thing, where it was like, "Y'all don't find him attractive." It was like, "No, they can have him," because the thing, kind of going back to an earlier point where it's like, y'all, the first thing y'all do is get on somebody, get on somebody's looks, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's you go into this whole other anti thing based on what you perceive their preferences. And I'll be the first to say that, like, having a racial preference smells a little racist to me. Because it's the it's what comes out or what occurs when somebody doesn't fit that.
Mm.
The attitude, the revering one thing over the other, the the experience and the treatment. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Going back to what I was saying earlier, like, y'all disguise y'all's discrimination and y'all prejudice and y'all bias behind preference.
Mm.
Little do y'all know, preference goes both ways. Like, you too have to be preferred. And a lot of y'all are not being getting preferred by the person y'all want. So,
It'd be like you supposed to like me because I like you. Where they do that at?
right,
When 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 did that start being the condition? I don't like you.
right.
Period. You're not my cup of tea. You're not something I'm attracted to. Why the
Um,
fuck does that matter to you?
yeah, so I don't really trip off of me personally. I don't trip off of people not finding me attractive.
Right.
Um, what I trip off of is the perception or the assumption that I'm tripping off of that,
Right.
or it's y'all run with it, or y'all assume that I have to accept or expect to be treated less than.
People it kind of have you seen it's this video of it's two videos, two separate videos, but one video they going out for like just two girls they went out. They went out one night and the one friend got upset because a guy approached the other friend instead of choosing her.
Doesn't
And
doesn't that make you a pick me?
it don't even make you a pick me. It make you a hater, and you just expose yourself for not really being your friends, your quote unquote friend.
Right. Ugh.
That's the gag. Forget the fact that you believe that because you look the way that you look in a group of people, you're always, or you're the only one that's supposed to get a certain level of attention, and actually being humbled when you realize that you are not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody is going to like you. That happens.
Yeah.
You might be like body real, like built like a brick shit house, like hair, everything. You could be all of that, right? All of that. And a nigga still choose a frumpy bitch that don't keep her hair done and sit in a house robe all day.
That's been a thing since the beginning of time.
Y'all really be having the internet fuck y'all up and believing that what these influencer bodies that y'all see is the only thing that men are attracted to.
When a lot of y'all are the descendants of Big Mama that had 18 kids
It's it's not even that.
while wearing the
Like
same 90. Like,
when you think about beauty standards, right?
right. Yeah.
Beyonce got cheated on.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian got left multiple times. Halle Berry got cheated on and left multiple times. We're
And
talking
allegedly
about
physically like hit on.
right, like these are women who set beauty standards to a degree, right? In some way, shape, or form. And I'm not just talking about in black community because I know me like Kim Kardashian. Like there are people who are at certain level of beauty standards. Rihanna, she, people, the girl, regardless. Let me tell you something. She that bitch. She knows she that bitch. But it's a lot of niggas that's out here like, yo, I wouldn't fuck with her because I forehead too big.
The shit that y'all target to
You see what I'm
display.
saying? Like it be the most shallow shit. And then y'all be mind blown when you actually figure out that your nigga like intellectual conversations. That he want to be around somebody who's chill instead of somebody who wants to be a pick me and a show off. And no, that's not in every case, but don't get it fucked up in believing that because you stand at a certain level of beauty standard, that the attention only belongs to you. You could be of that beauty standard and your nigga could be fucking his homeboy in the parking lot at the gym.
Ooh.
I just seen a video of that happen and that's why that came up. I'm just saying though.
Oh, I was not prepared for that.
I wasn't prepared for it either. I
Uh,
thought yo was in the back of the car getting it by a chick. No, him and his homeboy came from out the back. The girl
oh,
posted it and said, whoever boyfriend told you that he was in the gym, he getting cracked in the backseat of his car. Wait a minute.
oh,
Listen.
that's been a thing for a while too.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, y'all really gotta, y'all got like, I get it. I get it. It must be real, real nice to be able to have that level of confidence. But do not get it fucked up and believing that those of us who do not worry about the flashy pick me shit, oh, we get picked too. It's something out there for everybody. You got people with half of bodies in wheelchairs and whole relationships. You really think that it's just about your looks? Fuck
You
out of
got
here.
people in the Learning Channel shows
Listen.
every year. You see them, and it's got y'all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all constantly say, and I can't even get a text back.
Listen. It maybe outside of just being pretty, you should have some substance. Just because y'all think y'all have substance, don't necessarily mean that you do. And in addition to the fact that a lot of y'all look real different when y'all take y'all shit off.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Real different.
So,
It amazes me sometimes. Don't get me wrong. There's some people who can put makeup on and take it off and still be pretty as fuck. Like you really don't need that shit, shorty, but I get it. And then there's others who you be like, bro, this bitch just performed magic on her face. Because how, Sway?
you know something?
Yeah. But going back to Tyler.
So, while in his frustration bag, kind of, well, he was pissed at people not knowing who D'Angelo was and all this other stuff. There were a lot of think pieces from how he
Did
was
he
treating
cuss them
his
out?
fans. I didn't catch all of it. I was just reading some of the discourse or some of the feedback.
No, did
You
he cuss
know,
them out?
I don't know, but you know, it's one of those things where it's like you you're ultimately a victim of your own circumstance. You know what I mean? Like I get that you have a strong and deep musical, appreciation for, your influences and stuff like that. But, what the audience that your music caters to don't care about none of that. So for you to like kind of turn or go at your audience, you're kind of like fucking up your bag.
Tyler is
Um,
sick of them.
Very sick of them.
He's sick of them, and he been sick of them for a while. This ain't the first time that he done cussed out his fans. You see what I'm saying? But
But then to add gasoline to the situation, I don't know which side of the aisle went back and like retweeted or republished his old tweets and old pictures of him and
y'all, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Y'all only doing that because y'all really don't know who Tyler is. Y'all fake fans. Fake fans. Because us true blue fans, we already know about it. If you listen to Goblin, nothing that he tweeted is surprising. But what I also, how old is Tyler?
gotta be like in his early 30s.
He is 34. You want me to be upset with something that somebody tweeted almost 12 years ago? Not even just Tyler, people in general, right? I have a question. Are you the same person and do you view things the same way now as you did when you were, say, 16 to 25?
Not at all.
That's why cancel culture pisses me off. This is why I can't take y'all seriously. Because y'all be having expectations for people to not be who they've always been. Or you expect people to give a fuck about certain superficial shit that they don't give a fuck about. And unfortunately, Tyler is not one of those pandering artists to his fans. He's never been. Reality of the situation is you have like you got two different caliber of artists, right? All right, we got Jeffrey Jail Called Jeffrey, and
Mm.
then we got Tyler, right? And both of them, in some spectrum, make music that draws fans. Okay. Um, but you have one who does it just because they know how to, and you have another one who is passionate about their art, very intentional with their art, and very knowledgeable when it comes down to the influence of their craft. And you are now in a age of a different level of appreciation, a different level of knowledge, a different level of wisdom, all of that. And you're also realizing that we are also in an age where a lot of people flock to shit because it seems cool for the moment. Not because they real fans, not because they know the history, not they only know it because it's good in this moment. It's even kind of like with the Kendrick Lamar situation. And when Kendrick, with the debate between him and Drake and who was better. And you have these new generation, you know what I'm saying, Drakers who not even familiar with Kendrick music that would sit there and hands down be like Drake better until they listen to Kendrick. And then it's like, oh, and the problem is that when these situations happen, or you know, an artist passes away, or it's multiple situations. Y'all little young ass, ignorant ass kids be showing y'all hand, and y'all come into these and people comments, and the level of ignorance and lack of awareness that you show as a person who's serious about their craft, you just be like, bro, why are you motherfuckers my fans? Like, how there's a level of disappointment that comes with it when you recognize that a lot of them really just aren't aware, that they really only in it for the moment, or they're just not aware of their history. They're not aware of the history of it.
Dare I say is dare I say that with cancel culture, it's funny how people take to it, not
Mm,
realizing that every single example y'all showing y'all slip.
yeah, and then the thing about it is that y'all want somebody to cancel somebody or cancel things that at a time, baby, we grew up with Loiter Squad. You mad about them tweets? You have no clue. You have no clue. Y'all don't know nothing about Tyler. Y'all not familiar with Odd Future. Y'all not familiar with what influenced them, where they came from, and how Tyler ended up being who he is today. Y'all ever seen a Tyler and ASAP Rocky interview?
Ooh,
Or
no.
just them niggas just doing what they do? Listen, Tyler, bro, was it last year, year before last? The nigga was on a show where his best friend brought him on there to tell him that he wanted to take him out on a date. That nigga farted and laughed. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? And in all honesty, it's it's not just him that experiences shit like that though. And real like that shit get frustrating when you recognize certain things that like rear its ugly head in your fan base. And you just be like, bro, I don't like you niggas. It ain't gonna stop him from being who he is. And
Absolutely.
also, please also understand that you new people who now are just discovering all of these things about Tyler, there is an entire let me break this down for you real quick. Tyler the Creator has been in the game since 2007. There's a fan base that man carries that appreciates him and understands what he offers. And y'all will not. Y'all can't stop that. Y'all can't. Y'all can't. Cause those of us who know looked at them tweets and was like, okay. Like, I, okay. We seen that before. We been know about it. Y'all be killing me every time y'all be ready to cancel somebody. Y'all be pulling up old shit like it wasn't old shit that put out there or things that people saw before. And if it was significant, if you cared about it, if you cared so much about it, right? You cared about so much. Time doesn't matter in this aspect. Time don't matter. You cared about it so much. Then why was it not addressed when it was tweeted or when it was said? Why we worry about it now? It was okay when it was done. It's Tyler fucking Creator. It be the situational outrage that pisses me off.
Or as I like to call it, selective outrage.
Like it. Oh.
I know. It makes my damn gums itch is what it tells is what it's given. So to piggyback off what you was just saying, right? Here's the other thing about it. Um, between those two things that happened, you
Mm.
know, again, people wanted to pose a
Mm.
question to social media about Tyler's looks. Now, to me,
Tyler can get it.
every which way.
He
But
can get it.
I say that with the awareness that I know that I'm not Tyler's type.
Really, honestly, and truthfully, don't know what Tyler's type is. Probably the only comparison I would have is Jaden Smith.
Not the red bottom.
But
Um,
I'm just saying, like, listen, that man stood on that Coachella stage. It was like, Tyler the Creator's my boyfriend. Listen,
that shit was hilarious.
I love every bit of it. Like those three together is I love it. This is just like three completely different personalities and works, and you do not understand why. And it is chaotic, but it's beautiful. I don't honestly and truthfully know what his type is. I do know, I'm not gonna say I know, I do believe that he's bisexual,
Which is fine because I am too.
which is fine.
But so
But I
me
don't
personally, I
know what
I
his
know
type
that
is.
I'm not. Well, I'll tell you this. I have a theory as to what it is. I know it's definitely not Gerard Carmichael. Um, but if I'm not mistaken, so there was an
That's
incident
why.
that happened where I don't know if it was fans or paparazzi or
Oh
whatever
God.
were like trying to get Tyler's attention while he was walking down the sidewalk
Mm.
with somebody that was the polar opposite of him. He's tall, black, and gorgeous. The other person looked to be short, white, not black, and they were walking down the sidewalk together.
Mm-hmm.
And his, I guess, security team was doing what they were paid to do,
Mm-hmm.
which was provide a barrier like away from them from Tyler and kind of just accosting or trying to check whoever was doing the recording and trying to get Tyler's attention to the
Mm-hmm.
point to where Tyler was in the street with the security team trying to see what's good.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just saying, like, from that little clip, I can tell that I'm not his type, which is fine. Like
I
I said,
just get that Tyler
personally,
like what he like.
I know I'm not everybody's type.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me no, you're not interested, cool. If there isn't a problem, there isn't a problem.
Right.
I'm cool with that. I'm not pressed. But see, nobody is ever aware what is going on when a third party or the other person makes it a bigger deal than it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like what exactly all is going on when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And the privilege comes in when that happens, everybody's coming at the other person.
Right.
Not the person that has the issue, but the person that knew it wasn't an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But only because this person that, is favored or whatever has an issue, then it's a problem for the other person. So I wasn't tripping. Um, but yeah, so I went to this whole thing. Just I was in my mind about it, just talking about it. Anyway,
I don't. Y'all don't be listening to what Tyler be saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Because if you did, even on his new shit, you would absolutely know who you dealing with and how much he give a single solitary fuck
you
about
know,
what y'all think.
you know,
He don't care.
and yeah, and he's been like that the entire time that y'all been entertained by him. Um, but yeah, y'all show y'all slip every time with cancel culture.
That y'all got
Want
mad at
people to
him.
lose their job and not have any opportunities to work because of an affair and because of this or because y'all perceive something. And which takes me to my next point, my next thing I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned earlier. You know, I'll open the floor to my co-host if she wanted to talk more about the Tyler thing before I move into the next thing because
Oh no, wait, that ain't nothing to talk about.
I didn't think so because I knew who I'm sitting with.
Baby,
Like you put
I
me on the Tyler the
I
Creator
was
when I
about to
met you.
say, I listen, I for those of y'all who don't understand how he feel about y'all opinion, first of all, as far as black people who may be critical to him, his music is just not for you. You don't get it. It's cool, like, and he don't care either. He don't care. It's not about. It ain't about that for him. But he literally said, "And you niggas thought I was dead." White boys talking that shit. Y'all mad at me? Y'all can suck my dick. That's it.
You
Plain and
can say I
simple.
want to
There you have it.
because quiet as kept. The reality is y'all don't really care about looks. Y'all only care about what that dick do, especially when it comes to a black man.
Yep.
Um, y'all don't care nothing about anything else beyond that. Because here's another brave and startling truth: fetishizing black men is parallel to misogyny of women. Y'all don't care anything about the person beyond their parts.
It is. It is. I don't think they're ready for that
They're
conversation,
not.
though, Mr. Fox.
Um. Oh, but trust and believe, me and Abstract can
Oh, oh,
definitely do an
oh,
episode about that.
oh,
I just hope I don't gag
pew,
it a
pew.
thousand times. Cause, like, come on, like, y'all don't give it. You
Yeah,
white boys and other black men and non and people of color, non people of color,
humans.
y'all don't give a shit about the human being. Y'all just give a fuck about the dead. And
Yep.
y'all
Or what they
compare,
can.
contrast
Mm, y'all be
us against
so
each other over that.
y'all be so focused on certain things, and whole time y'all see a black girl that's talented as fuck and find every reason to hate her. But a pray, not mind. Anyway, next.
So the Tyler the Creator conversation we just had was the perfect segue into
Mm,
this next part I wanted to talk to you about.
mhm,
Because the theme is what's perceived and what the reality is, right?
mhm.
So, and also how y'all try
Oh,
to spin up a movement off of clearly an edited moment, just like I tried to do with the Tammy Roman thing. Um, so I was minding my African American business, on social media one day, and y'all were having paragraph after paragraph after paragraph dissecting um this TikTok video this white girl did. Everybody likes to do a story time on TikTok, right? She so the story goes based off of what she was saying. She was fired from her job as a DoorDash or Uber Eats driver for reporting alleging that she was sexually assaulted by this man that she was dropping food off to. Okay, that was the update on the TikTok. Now the actual TikTok that she had, or the first half of that video before that, she um she recorded.
got you.
That's number one.
Mhm,
This is from her perspective on her phone.
mhm,
She recorded a man that was on his couch in his house with his pants down, knocked out coat on his couch with she recorded it from his patio with with the door already open.
mhm.
Remember that part.
I-
Um
Mhm.
and claiming this was she was sexually assaulted. Right. So the thread under the okay, so the thread under the clip
Okay.
on social media, I know it
Mhm,
just makes your gums itch, don't it?
mhm.
Was that people were just trying to like define what sexual assault is. That sexual assault is a perceived threat. And
So
that battery is the action of it, of action,
absolutely.
physical action.
Uh-huh. So
Right.
indecent
So
exposure. Let
so
me
so hold on.
go. Okay.
I'm a so what people were also not what people were not addressing
Mhm,
was that she was recording somebody without their consent
mhm,
while on the job.
mhm.
Secondly, she she pushed open the door.
That's not what I saw, but go ahead.
No, so here that's the other thing. There was an unedited version that she
Hmm.
deleted off of TikTok.
I can't find the video nowhere.
She deleted it.
But
So
usually you can find it on other platforms because y'all be screen recording shit. I can't
here
find that
here
video
so here's the
nowhere.
here so I'll open the floor to you, then I'm gonna say my part.
Hmm.
I just
Okay.
wanted to get all that out.
Okay. Um. So first things first. We live in an age where truth is perception, right? Um,
Mm,
j- hold on, hold on,
yes, ma'am.
right? When I say that, think about it like this: a person can put up a 60-second clip that only has 3 to 5 sentences of a hour and a half long conversation, and people will take that shit and think that they understand the context of something and run with it. No matter what it is that they say, they won't even go research it. What they heard in that moment and how it was presented to them is how they perceive it. That's truth for them. That's where a lot of controversy comes from and confusion. Um, so first things first, indecent exposure is a sexual offense. Especially if it was intentional. Okay. So when I saw the video, I saw a clip of it. And then like I said, I went back to go see if I could find it. Because I believe when the person posted it, it was chopped up some. So it didn't give it you could tell that it was parts missing. Um one, eh, it's tricky. Okay. So let's just say the door was closed. Um, Under any circumstances, she shouldn't have opened up that door. That's not your job. Your job is to drop the food off. And there's nothing like on it. This is not Amazon. You cannot open the door, put in a little pin code, and drop their package off and go on about your business. So if that's what happened, um, you were not sexually assaulted. You entered into a private space of someone else. And if that man decided that he wanted to be his dick before his food came and he passed out on his couch, that is his personal business. And you didn't have any business, any reason to even open the door in the first place. Okay. So if that's what happened, I low key call bullshit on just the entire scenario because it doesn't make sense. Why do you, is that what you do normally? When you drop other people's foods off, do you open up their door? Did So that's first thing. Now, if she didn't open that door, okay, then indecent exposure comes into play. Because why would the door be left open? Why is your door left open? And if you knew that your door was open and you had food coming, why would you do that? Like, why would you be like that? Also, it didn't really look like he was asleep to me.
Oh, you said it didn't look like he was asleep.
No, it didn't look like he was asleep. It looked like he was faking. It did. Like him having his arm over his eyes um gives I'm trying to appear like I'm asleep so you can't see my eyes moving to tell that I'm really not asleep. Um because again, let's let's I don't have a penis, okay? So that's first and foremost. I have a question. What's the odds of you ordering food from DoorDash, going to your living room area, opening up your door, turning your light on, pull your pants down with your penis out, and fall asleep? What's the odds of that?
Yeah, you got me there.
I'm just saying, like,
It
I most
so
of the time I don't know so many people who just masturbate and broad like lights on, like light
it
camera
it
action.
is
I mean,
so
I get it to a
it
degree, but
could
again,
it could go either way. So if I'm with you, if it was the latter where he did all that, knowing his food was on the way, it definitely
gives
does give
weird
creep vibes,
and
right? Creep and
intentional.
weird vibes.
Yeah, like why would your door be open?
But that's still not sexual assault, lady. And
So it's
okay,
a sexual offense.
right.
Absolutely, it's a sexual offense, right? Um, and okay, so let me see. Let's see. Does it is it considered a sexual assault? Hold on. Lord have mercy. Google, y'all need to get y'all shit together because this is I don't like this. All right. It it falls along the lines of sexual assault. Which is interesting. But it it's an indecent exposure, right? If he intentionally did it, but if she opened the door, you absolutely deserve to lose your job, man, because that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so to
Two
anybody out
things could
there,
be true.
yeah,
Two
definitely.
things could be true, though.
A sexual offense most likely occurred, but
Right.
also it could be argued that you were fired because you were doing too much.
Now, here's where I call suspicious, like bullshit, right? This is
Come
where I
on
call
with it.
bullshit.
Come on with it.
Because then they said he posted, and I haven't seen it, but then they were saying that he posted his ring camera, which showed her opening the door.
Oh, ha.
Now, again, I have not been able to find either one of these videos. Okay. It's giving controversial prank.
Oh, like it was
It's
staged.
giving clout chase. It's giving promotion for OnlyFans. It's giving this isn't what actually happened.
I mean, it actually happened, but it's not giving
Not in the sense of like one, I'm real
a
questionable.
genuine purpose.
I'm gonna need DoorDash to confirm that she was an employee because if it's a
Oh,
part of hear me out, if it's a part of DoorDash's like policy to give you a reason as to why they terminated you, why didn't you get one?
see, this
Why
is why
didn't you get a
abstract.
reason? Why didn't
This is one of the reasons why abstract is my co-host.
So you mean to tell me that you are telling a company as big as DoorDash that you experienced a sexual assault and that they terminated you, but they did not give you a reason why?
Well, they don't have to, I don't think, because they didn't give
But they
one to. Did they give one to the girl that ate that girl's wings, the lemon pepper wings? or the
I
or
mean, you
Dank
stole
Demons.
a
Well, that was a
food.
blooper, but
You stole a food. What reason you need me to spell that out to you? You know what you did?
okay.
Come
I'm
on now.
just saying, like, I
I'm
don't
just, but
think
for
they
real,
have to
like,
give you a
bro,
reason though.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know, but I do feel like in a situation like
that's
that,
one of the stipulations of being a contractor.
yeah, I just I
And
don't
then,
believe that. Have they said anything about it at all?
well, it I haven't seen the update. That's the thing.
I can't
People only be
imagine.
here for the drama, but not for like following the shit.
But listen to me though.
Yes, ma'am.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, all of them, right? This isn't the first time that something has happened in the sense of somebody being sexual assaulted as a result, right?
True.
And
Yes.
every time they have always immediately responded to say we are working with whoever is investigating the situation to find out what happened. They always make an official statement about it because of the fact that it's a sexual offense. It's an SVU episode. Like, what are we talking about?
Right.
So you mean to tell me that this again, just hear me out from her perspective, from her story, okay? You mean to tell me that you picked up a DoorDash delivery, you walked up to this person's house and the door was open. And when you got up to drop the food off, you already had your camera out to record them laying ass out naked, covering their eyeballs with the light on, passed out, waiting for food. That's what you want me to believe. And again, I will ask the question, men, I know things get a little, sometimes when you're alone, I get it. But you gonna tell me that this man came out his bedroom after he ordered food, opened his door, turned the light on, and laid down with his pants down and went to sleep?
I'm truly fascinated by
It's given, like I said, I'm gonna give you another example. I'm gonna give you another example. There was this post of this dad who is a single father, allegedly, and he was supposed to be throwing a birthday sleepover for his daughter. And all of his daughter friends' parents declined for the sleepover. And he didn't understand why. Right? And of course, I don't even have a daughter, but as a mother in this day and age, fuck no. Ain't nobody spending the night over nobody.
absolutely not.
It's not happening. I could understand if, maybe some of the parents chaperone together, or maybe y'all could do a hotel party and the parents could stay, and that way all of the girls. But that wasn't the case. And then, boom, what ends up happening? People end up going to go find out. Okay, well, what is it about you that they might have said no to? And what are you doing? Dick twerking and grinding on walls to Beyonce, busting it wide open and your ass out on Twitter. And you can't understand why don't nobody want to bring their kids to your house. Do you even have a daughter? Or was this another ploy to get somebody to come to your content? That seems to be a thing now where simple promotion doesn't seem to be working. So what can I do that will go viral, that will bring you to my page and see my content? It'll bring more traffic because you niggas is nosy. We're all nosy to a degree. The moment some shit like that goes out, especially a blurry video with a penis in it, people are going to go search the parties in the video. They gonna search your ass for posting it. They gonna search the other posting penis. They gonna go search daddy to
Oh,
see what type of content you posted. Listen,
oh,
they're going to go look.
oh, oh.
And each time pranks don't work, y'all will go to the extreme in order to garner attention. And I don't mean not like I listen. Every part of me hopes and prays that she did not have that experience and it was intentional. If it was, dude, you you for real, my nigga. Like for real. That's the best. Anyway, I, I get it, right? Both of y'all a little weird in this situation because um I'm not pulling out my camera as I'm walking up to somebody's house to deliver their food. I know I gotta take a picture, but here's the thing. You could have, if this was true, when you take the picture of you delivering the food to confirm that it was delivered and uploaded it through DoorDash's platform, there would have been no reason for them to fire you because you provided proof of what happened. You didn't run to the internet and then you have to take a picture when you drop people food off to prove that you dropped it off. And it's all processed through the app.
Now that I think about it, I don't even think I recall seeing a bag of food.
Where was the food? Did you drop the food and run? What happened? I have too many questions. And I've also seen people play on the internet entirely too much. There's no news reports about this or and the things that are being reported about it is the speculation of it, not the fact that there was actually a sexual assault. There's nothing from DoorDash. And this happened what? 2, 3 days ago? Nothing?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll be curious to see. But I put my money on in like 2 weeks. It's some OnlyFans shit.
See,
Allegedly.
nobody else even thought about that.
I,
But I wouldn't be surprised because I mean, y'all do whole skits and whole. Oh, that reminds me of.
baby, I watched a whole woman convert to Islam to be married for like 90 seconds for a show. And she did it for months. Like, listen, people go to the extreme to garner attention.
I applaud the commitment to the attention horn.
That shit need to be studied. There's got to be a mental illness behind it.
I think they're just trying to fill a void.
But that's what I'm saying. The thing is that there's a difference between filling a void and using your talent and working and just being persistent, compared to you creating crimes as a means to garner your attention. And that's if, like I said, I'm just throwing out different scenarios because it was too many questions for me. Like, well, what did DoorDash have to say? It's a sexual assault. What did the police say? What all we have is your video, an explanation, and that was gone. Why? Because you ain't like the backlash that you got from it? What did you think? Like, what did you think? No matter what, even if it was true, even if what she said was true, you still was going to get some type of negative reaction because, again, the question was, why the fuck did you open the door? Why would you open the door? What part of your job says that you're supposed to do that? It's too, eh, I don't know. That's a
It's
little weird. That's a
yeah,
little weird.
it's weird because if it if it was actually that, if that was, for promotion of an OnlyFans just for fans, why throw assault into the
Mm.
equation? Like I
You want me to tell you why?
oh,
Because people are fucking weird.
this is true. This
I
is true.
forgot what that shit is called, but it's kind of like how people flock to like crime stuff or you know
Oh yeah, that's a
like it's I cannot think of what it's called, but it's one of those things where even though you know it's traumatic, you still like
you're attracted to
you're
it.
attracted to it.
Hmm.
And when you understand how the psyche and that works, then you absolutely understand if I put this out here, right? And I didn't actually file a police report, so it's not necessarily illegal. I might not even really be uh work for DoorDash. I could just say this and put it out there and it's going to go viral. You knew what you was doing when you put that shit out there. The question is whether or not the story that you told is true. Are you really a DoorDash employee? I mean employee. And did dude really do some weird ass creepy shit like that? Because if he did, ew, motherfucker, you deserve to get exposed. Absolutely. Absolutely. But if she opened that door, I'm sorry, you gonna have to eat that experience because you ain't no business opening that door. Should have minded your business.
Right.
It's not your responsibility to make sure that they get that food or anything. Your job is to drop it off, take a picture to confirm that you dropped it off, get back in your car, and go to the next one. If you felt like there may have been something suspicious going on, then it is your job to drop that food off, take that picture, go back to your car, and call the police. It's not your responsibility to open up anybody's door to deliver food.
There you have it.
My gut, I call bullshit. So I don't know. Y'all be doing real weird shit on the internet for attention, and I don't know. I don't know. So
Is it political corner time?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. Not yet. Um,
Because I have a big item.
I mean, if we want, we can do political and then come back. I
No,
don't mind.
let's do.
Okay. So,
This is your show too, girl.
so did the subliminal queen suddenly stop being so subliminal?
Let me say
Do you know who we talking about right here? Do y'all know who I'm talking about?
the
Do
re
y'all know who the alleged?
the reimagining of Jay Z in a pink
Hey,
wig.
I'm not talking about the pink lady.
Oh,
Nope. Not talking about her yet. We're gonna get to her. But no, I didn't even know that they called her this. But apparently Taylor Swift is like supposed to be like the subliminal queen. Symbolism and all of her things have deeper meanings and so on. Well, um, she in trouble.
what
I thought
happened,
the
girl?
album I thought the album was the biggest. It's not. It's not. It's not. Um, and it just okay. Just follow me. All right. So first, you know, the Swifties they were so excited. August, her and the football dude,
Travis Kelsey.
that guy, announced their engagement.
Right, right, right.
They posted their little photos from the floral garden, and it was real Taylor Swifty-ish. People was excited. Some people, like me, was like, Kelsey better not fuck up this football season because they gonna blame her. But then I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what you did. I don't really know too much of your music because everything kind of sounds the same to me, which kind of probably validates what some of your fans are starting to recognize. Um, right after the engagement announcement, the album announcement came, right? And October 3rd, The Life of a Showgirl was released. Now, when you hear, let me ask you a question. When you hear a title like The Life of a Showgirl, what do you expect?
Here's what I expect. I expect like some showmanship in the vocals, like some kind of like it's a
I'm expecting like provocative,
right provocative,
like sexy but flashy, showgirl.
character driven vocals and visuals and to match the visuals because the
Right,
visuals.
right,
I
right.
mean, what I saw leading up to the album coming out, I was like, okay,
So it was like marketed as mischievous and scandalous and sexy and flirty and fun, and I don't mean anything, no harm or whatever, but
they did not come across in the vocals, child.
not even the vocals, but apparently some of the lyrics too. Cause baby, when that album was released, the white girls ate her up.
Oh, please share with the rest of the class.
They ate her up. They ate her up. So, like a lot of them were doing like these dissertations on TikTok and on Instagram, just basically about how the lyrics lack substance. And I think it was she still can't get out of or get away from how she was marketed initially, as in like the all American white girl, you know, the teenage girl going through heartbreak and all kinds of shit. And I don't. know. What is our age group of fans? Do we know? I know I don't know. I don't know why I said we, but I don't know. But your fans who have been around with you since the beginning that are grown ass adults now don't want to hear that shit. And they made it known. They made it very known when the album came out. But it wasn't even just that, right? Um she pissed off the Christians. They claim that the album promotes self worship and explicit for sensuality over God rooted in identity and demonic undertones.
I think I did hear about that.
Then she pissed off the black people because she allegedly addressed um Kelsey's ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nicole. So we're gonna talk about I'm gonna circle back to this Travis Kelsey thing and Kayla Nicole because there's a specific song on the album called Opalite. Okay. And on October 13th, they released merchandise for the album, um, which was this silver necklace. Um, can you see if you could pull up a picture of the necklace, please? So it's a silver chain. It has 8 lightning bolts on it. Um, and then there's like these clear cubic zirconian crystals on a 8-point star opalite pendant. So I want you to see if you could pull it up so you can see it, and then I can explain what they're saying about this necklace.
There you have it.
There we go. Can you enlarge it a little bit?
Look now, this ain't the Geek Squad.
Don't do that.
This ain't the Geek Squad. I mean, girl.
Why do you have so many fucking windows open?
You know what? That's not what we here for.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, well, that's the necklace. Okay. So she claims that the inspiration from the necklace is tied to the track called Opalite and lyrics like dancing through lightning strikes and a stone representing a shift from night to day, which Swift explains um when she appeared on like Late Night with Seth Meyers. I didn't even know that man still came on. But she like gave a whole little breakdown about the design and what it was supposedly meant, right? Wow. The Swifties didn't believe you. So the same day that the necklace was released, it was immediately taken down. Okay. A former Swiftie posted a video on TikTok and she started to dissect the design of the necklace. So the lightning bolt. Um, there's 8 lightning bolts on it, and if you see the way that they're like aligned in this picture, it's like 2 lightning bolts. It's 4 set of 2 lightning bolts. They're saying that the lightning bolts represent the um SS bolts, which is a correlating symbol with the Nazis and SS parliamentary units. In addition to the 8 bolts, there's an 8-pointed star. Um, which could stand for 88 in white supremacy, 88 HH, hell, that mustache dude, Hitler, him. Um, and then there's the lyrics to Opalite, and this is us circling back to this alleged diss towards Kayla Nicole. Um, so people were saying basically that it was racially insensitive lyrics. Um, definitely supposed to, be addressing Kayla Nicole as a black woman and as an influencer. Um, and they specifically, like, these lyrics was, you couldn't understand it, why you left it alone, you were in it for real, she was in her phone, and you were just a pose. And then the chorus followed, like right after that, the chorus comes in and says, it's all right, you were dancing through the lightning strikes, um, helpless through the onyx night, but now your sky is opalite. What does that sound like to you? Where did you go? What are you doing?
Hold on. You supposed to keep talking.
Let's just ask you a question. I ain't real.
What was the question?
Okay, so did you hear the lyrics?
So I only played that album like once or twice.
Okay, so all right, the song Opalite. Um, there's a portion in one of the verses that says you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone, and you were just a pose. And then the chorus comes right behind it, and it says, "It's all right. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, helpless through the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite." What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like a dig.
So the connection that they made with the lyric was back in 2020 when Kayla Nicole and Kelsey was together. I guess she, by her being an influencer, he was featured in some of her videos. They were supposed to be on this date night, and he kind of like snapped at her for being in her phone or whatever. So people were saying that the lyric was in reference to that. But they were saying as far as the racial undertones, where with references like Onyx Night, um, we all know that the stone onyx is black. And the representation of it being a stone, so like stone cold, compared to the opalite, which is white and bright. So they're basically saying that some of the songs with the racial undertones and then the necklace has symbolism like Nazi symbolism and white supremacy symbolism. And you want to know what that heifer response was?
Please tell me.
She basically said it's not her responsibility to police how people interpret art. That was it. That's all she said.
Come on now.
So I'll ask again. Is the alleged queen of symbolism and subliminal messages, like, is this supposed to be ignored? Because the setting is very intentional. I just, it's it's very intentional. So, what are your thoughts on Miss Swifty? She been job quiet lately too. Is she going on tour again?
You know she is.
It'll be interesting to see how they respond to this tour compared to the last one.
I just
They
find it
also
so
said that this
funny.
is what happens when you keep trying to chase behind and mimic a black woman, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
Taylor, you're not Beyonce's competition. Stop it.
Beyonce, if we're being honest, doesn't have any competition. Um, I'll say this: I find it so funny how this came about at the same time that she's dating Travis Kelce, who he himself has not kind of, but definitely has changed his look over time. Because when he was with Kayla Nicole,
He was not like
he
this.
was cool, relaxed, album cover tees. Okay.
Hmm.
Now that he's with Taylor, he's giving deputy sheriff tees.
It's giving you don't have your own identity. You just do whatever your bitch tell you to do. But that's neither here or there.
And it when you see the aesthetic change and it's happening amongst two people that are high profile individuals at a time that the climate is is very racially and culturally charged right now, to where it's like you have CEOs that are putting a stake in the environment in their businesses, where it's like you have to pick which side you're going to be on to keep your job.
Yep.
We talked about that.
Hmm.
You also have it right now to where there's ignorance on both sides, so where it's like, if you look like that, Mr. Kelsey, if you look like that, you are kind of giving us MAGA vibes,
Yeah.
to the
But
point
then
to where Taylor has come out and said a while back, I'm not with any of that. But it's like,
I mean, let's
I'm just giving the audience like
yeah,
what the
no, I get
perception
it.
is, to where you've changed your looks
What
to who you're with, and we don't want to get the impression that Taylor is part of that mob of
let
people.
me ask you a question. Outside of the fact that she's saying that she's not, what has she done to prove that she's not?
Well, there's also that expectation too, and it's like,
Like, what
since when
is,
do we have
because, like, think about
look to
this.
them to do that?
I mean, first of all, I think that absolutely there's too much of expectations of uh, artists to do anything. Absolutely. The expectation of it is crazy because we know that certain people just aren't going to. And she never really has. So why would we expect for her to do it now? In a sense of, I believe that they feel like because Kelsey was supposedly, I, I don't know too much about him outside of the fact that he's with her, and I've seen him play. He's impressive, but as far as like his personal life or anything, I don't really know too much about it, or his brother. But I what I did see was he was like one of the first people to kneel with Kaepernick when all of that shit happened. I don't know how true that is. I don't really give a damn. The reality of the situation is that she has never like opened her mouth and addressed anything that has gone on in a racial climate, in a political climate, in a genocide climate. Like, she don't talk about none of it. And I believe that her fans are is like, if you're gonna keep putting music out and keep touring. Like it needs to stand for something. Because the lyrics at this point now, like, bitch, we get it. We are out of hand and shit. But then they also ask about like her prior relationships and how they align themselves, and people acknowledging the fact that you cannot be in long-term relationships with people who you do not align with in some way, shape, or form. So whoever told you to answer that question in the way that you did should be fired. Um, because I would rather you say whatever it was that it's supposed to have represented, but acknowledge the fact that the design of it is in bad taste, instead of saying, oh, it's not my responsibility on how people interpreted art. Actually, it is. The thing about it is that if you make art, and if your intention is for it to be controversial, then everything that you do in some way, shape, or form, it's going to be controversial because you want to provoke something from out of people. You you don't just idly throw things together without actually researching and understanding what the appearance of it can actually represent over your little personal idiom of your grandmother's relationship from the past. Like, yeah, but why did you design it specifically like this? N- Knowing that there are these type of representations out there also. And if you saying that, oh, it's not your responsibility, then you somewhat validate what they say that it represents. If that's what it means to you, then that's what it means to you. Oh, so you're okay with people saying, I just bought a Nazi white supremacist necklace from Taylor Swift. That's okay with you because that's how they chose to interpret it, and it's not, your responsibility to worry about that.
It's just not. It's the worst timing right now. Because
Is it really the worst timing though? Because let's be honest, if
no.
there was
Well,
any
let me.
time,
I,
if there was any
it
time,
what the rest of what I was going to say wasn't going to go where you think.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I get that I get it.
I
Um,
apologize.
no, it's don't apologize because I know how I get sometimes about certain things.
This
Um,
is
and it's very troubling.
it is.
It's
It
very
is.
troubling. Um, because of the climate that we're in right now. When I say it's the worst timing, it's like it's because of that. Like people are going to take what you buy and who you perform with or who you stand next to as you support what they believe in
Mm-hmm.
and you support the history behind what you have in your possession.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they don't care about the evolution, the personal evolution you got going on. They don't care about what you've looked into before buying such a necklace or what you've looked into before you got on stage with this person when you performed with this person.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it sucks, but that's the nature of the world that we live in. And that brings me back to some of the points we had said earlier where it was like they don't care about you as a person. They only care about what they see. Excuse me, what they see.
Mm-hmm.
And what they see is this white girl from the South, an area that the image of the South has changed perception wise in people's minds over the years, particularly since the days of BLM and Ferguson and all that other stuff. Even more so since Felon 47 took office.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of y'all look terrible to us up here. um so it's just yeah, it's the worst timing. I'm sure she's a sweet girl to somebody somewhere. This is not looking good for her in the shadow of the mean girl persona behind closed door that's come out about her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that has turned off a lot of the other white pop girlies. They've made songs about it. They've, alluded to it. Um, so it's just, it's yeah, I can see where image wise it's just I can see why she getting fucked up by her own people.
The other thing about it is that like in the sense of timing, right?
Right.
If you think about the past decade, right? Being a white supremacist was not easy to openly be up until recently,
Well,
right?
2016.
Right. So you had, you know, white artists being called out by black people as far as why are you silent, and silent means complicit and so on, when it came down to like the Black Lives Matter movement, stuff like that. Even when it came down to like Me Too. If there was any time since the civil rights movement for people to go ahead and be openly who they are, racist wise, now would be the time. It's the perfect time. They don't gotta hide no more. And we know that they use platforms to show that they are aligned in some way, shape, or form. And we still be sitting there like, no, that's not it. That's not it. We watched a whole campaign where people kept saying Project 2025 is happening. And people kept saying, no, that's not real. That's not real. Even him saying, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know them people. And then he got in office. And what happened?
He became those people.
He not even became them people. He brought them people into his
Gave
administration.
them jobs.
He gave them jobs. He let the world know. All right, y'all. Y'all can take y'all hoods off.
And not only that, he successfully played in y'all face, had y'all believing, oh, Project 2025
Five. Mm-hmm.
um is no longer, only for him to then, and we talked about this, only for him to then hire some of the people behind that thing and put them in his administration.
Yeah. Like, so I'm not saying
Thus
that
his
she
repeating
is.
itself. Well,
Yeah,
right.
like I'm not saying that she is, but I wouldn't be surprised if she like I wouldn't be surprised if she is. Like, let's be real.
It's just on top of everything else, this necklace, yeah.
Yeah, like so it's like when you really sit down and you think about it, especially even like the people who have come out. like famous people and be like, yeah, like they mega supporters, black and white, right?
Right.
I mean, is it so hard to believe that a person who may be rooted in white supremacy would use symbolism in their platform to let them know that they align with their people?
It's oof.
Like if y'all can
Woo.
understand what black symbolism is, y'all really gotta start paying attention to what white symbolism is and how they respond to it. How they respond to it. This wasn't a black person that called her out. This wasn't, you know what I'm saying? This was her own fucking fan. Her own fans called her out on that shit. They the ones that put it together and, you know, basically had to, like, y'all gotta stop, like, not questioning stuff. Y'all need to start questioning everything. Subliminal messages, symbolism, like the way people or other people communicate instead of just understanding your own language. You really got to start paying attention to all. It's not just a black thing. Like I get, protect our culture and all that other stuff like that. But the only way to be fully aware of what's going on around you is being able to learn your enemy. So that way you can identify your enemy. Because your enemy can also send in spies. They can send in decoys, honeypots, to make it seem like that they are aligned with you, that they are your ally. Whole time, they not. And if it wasn't, this is the perfect like
Brouhaha.
system. Yes, it's
Oh
the
yes.
perfect system for a clusterfuck of a storm. And I am one of those people that I raise an eyebrow like, mm, mm. But then it's like when you read it and you understand the context of it, y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that she is so talented as she is and she garners the audience that she does, that she did not know what the fuck she was doing or what she was saying. She knew. She wrote it. She inspired it. She knew. And if
Ooh.
that was not what it represented, right? Especially knowing the type of damage that can do, you kind of double down on that shit. Like, oh, well, if that's what y'all take it as, then I guess that's what the fuck it is. What? Really? Okay. So now, because that's how I choose to take it, right? Now that's how I choose to take it. So is it okay for me to now label you as a Nazi and a white supremacist? Is that okay?
No, because we can't afford a lawsuit.
I'm asking hypothetically. If
Oh,
your
I'm just
logic,
saying for the
yeah, but what I'm
audience.
saying is that if your logic behind all of this is, it's not your responsibility on how people choose to interpret art. And their interpretation of the art is you're a Nazi or you're a white supremacist. Are you okay with that? Because it doesn't seem like that would be something that you would want hung over your head. So I don't get it. And I guess the reason why is because I feel like if that's not what you are aligned with, the moment that a motherfucker even put that shit on you, you would clear it up. That's not what you did. You left it open to interpretation. And this is how people are interpreting it. And when they removed it off of the website, the necklace was already sold out, to be clear. So it's not like you're going to issue refunds or cancel orders or anything of that nature. No, them people still going to get their necklace.
In support of you.
Yep. But just imagine how many people who recognize the symbolism in it, right? And you saw how fast it was, like the same day. It was the same day that it released.
Right.
That it got picked apart and then removed. Right? So if that girl who was a fan of yours was able to pick up on it as fast as she did, right? Imagine the ones who were deep rooted in that saw it and instantly knew to them what it meant. Are you, as an artist, okay with that?
Oh boy, it just got a little hot up in here.
And if she is, then y'all don't gotta keep asking questions. Y'all know what the answer is. However you choose to interpret it, that's what she is.
But the big question is, because I feel like this is a cancelable offense. I know that's not a word, but it's a word this episode.
Listen,
Are
let me
y'all
tell you
going to
something. The
cancel
way
her
words
though?
be fucking people up, words. We gonna say what we want to say. Go ahead.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think so. I don't
I
think.
didn't. So the question is, are y'all going to cancel her now that y'all have gotten to this point?
No.
Right. I didn't think so. I didn't
Mm-mm.
think so.
No. Nope. She gonna sell out just like she do any other time, and it'll be a thing of the past. The ones that do care, the ones that are aware, will continue to talk about it, and the ones who agree with it, which, like I said, as time keep going, baby, we ain't even in a full year of this shit yet. We still got 3
October.
fucking years to go. And y'all think it's bad now with how blatant it is? Oh my God. Oh boy. This is America.
Fendi, like the bag. This is the Eye of the Future.